Hey guys, this is Jace LeJeune from Gridiron Football. We're starting a little week late because of Thanksgiving, of course, throwing everything off. But I'm here with Pine head coach Bradley Seal. Does an awesome job coaching the Raiders. They done an awesome job this year. We're going to talk about their season, but we're also going to talk about, even though we just finished the quarterfinal round, this is actually our player of the week from week 12, so the week before that. So this was from the second round of the playoffs. But like I mentioned, Thanksgiving kind of threw a lot of things off. We had to move it past another day to Friday. We usually do the interviews on Friday and the results on Thursday, but because of Thanksgiving being away, that's kind of threw our schedule just a tad bit off. But I appreciate Coach Seal and obviously our Gridiron Football Player of the Week that will be joining us as well in DJ Garrett. And that was one of the most complete performances by an individual player, regardless of position, we've seen this year. And we're going to talk to DJ as well. But since I got you, Coach, first of all, we'll talk about the season. Congratulations on a great season. I mean, anytime you can, have the season that y'all had, win a playoff game, advance to the quarterfinals as well. I mean, that's big. But Coach, just talk about first of all DJ and his performance. I mean, that was a big reason why y'all were able to get that 21-6 win a couple weeks ago over a really good Kaplan team that's made some deep playoff runs in years past.
Yeah, he kind of carried us. Our defense as a whole played well. Hold those guys to 6 points. They got one on us late, one touchdown late, but it seemed like a couple of drives they got something going. He was able to have interceptions, and then offensively, we really wasn't able to do too much running the football. We ran it like 25 for about 25 times for 40 yards, and then he had seven big catches. I mean, he had two touchdowns, but when another went to the 1 yard line, we're on a quarterback sneak the next play.
Mm-hmm.
So offensively, he carried us. Defensively, he had a huge night, but I think a lot of credit goes to the defense as a whole.
Absolutely, Coach, and we're going to definitely get your more thoughts on that as well. And also, let's go and talk to DJ and talk about his season as well. DJ, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
Nothing much, nothing much. You had a pretty good game, I have to say. That wasn't too shabby, right? And when you have what, two touchdowns on offense, three interceptions on defense, like for whatever reason, DJ, I think you're a ball magnet that night against Kaplan. So just what was just clicking for you that night? I mean, on both sides of football to have that type of performance. I mean, that's rare when you can catch two touchdowns on offense and have the impact you had on defense with three picks.
Well, the game plan we had, it wasn't going right. So I knew if I got the chance to go do something, I had to do it. And once I got my rhythm, I realized there wasn't too much I can do. So we just took the weak link that they had on offense. And on defense, my defense line linebackers, they stopped the run. So my job was to stop from throwing the ball. So when they stopped, I got three picks. They not much they could do. So they hit us late with one. That gave them the 6 points. But other than that, my defense line linebackers held it up on their end.
Absolutely, DJ. You play both sides of football. At this kind of level, I mean, that's what you expect, right? When you're playing at the two A level, right? I mean, you're expected to play both ways, and you definitely made a big part of it. But having the interceptions on defense, making the impact you do on the offense. How does really playing both sides, knowing it seems like it gives you an advantage knowing that if you're a safety, you kind of know what the receiver's doing because that's what you are running so similar routes and other way around. Does that give you advantage knowing you play both ways and that gives you advantage there to have a type of game that you had?
Yes, sir. Playing both ways. I've playing both ways for a good while now. Playing at Pine and playing at safety, knowing that I play receiver, it kind of gives you like hints of what's going on if you're reading it right. And then playing at receiver, knowing what's going on with the safeties. If we go in like certain formations and safeties hide, and we know what we can do from there. Because I play the safety spot too.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get back to you, DJ. I'm gonna go back to you, Coach, real quick. You were able to see this. You had the front row seat, right? You're able to see this performance firsthand. Coach, was there what stood out most about it? Have you ever been, I guess, around the performance? You've been coaching for a little bit. Have you been like around a performance like the one you saw that particular?
It's been a long time if I have. To do that, I mean, but yeah, to be honest, his whole season's been like that. He had
Hmm.
73 catches for almost 1,200 yards on offense, and he had 11 interceptions on defense. So, um, he, I mean, I told him after the game against St. James that somebody might look and say they had a little bit better of a season on offense than him. You know, maybe they had more than 73 catches. I don't really know if anybody did, or I'm sure somebody had more than 1,200 yards receiving, but did they have 11 interceptions on defense? You know, I don't know too many people that had offensive and defensive years. I mean, he's a football player. I mean, that's his position. Not offense, not a defensive guy. He's a football player.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it kind of reminds me of some guy named Travis Hunter right now doing this
Yeah,
thing for
yeah.
Colorado. That's basically what DJ Garrett's doing.
That's what he texted me after Kaplan. I told him what he's like. Yeah, Travis Hunter from high school.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna go ask DJ about that as well. DJ, I mean, Travis Hunter's been the big thing, and he's been the hottest thing in college football this year. So having a performance like that, I mean, how much you kind of model your game and model a guy like Travis Hunter, a guy that's been able to do it both ways on offense and defense, and how much does that performance kind of remind you of yourself of like a Travis Hunter?
Well, like after the game Friday with the 3 interceptions and 2 touchdowns, coach texted me and told me the stats, and that's like first thing I thought about was Travis Hunter because he was the first like he playing both ways in college and he doing the same thing with 2 interceptions in the game, touchdowns, like he doing it all. So I kind of just like felt similar to him.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. Coach, going back to you real quick. I know you just mentioned the stats, and he's been a huge part and the reason of y'all's success. I mean, anytime you have those numbers, really, I mean, on offense and defense, that's an all-state type of year. And DJ's been a great player for you for your program, but it just blows my mind, Coach, that he's not getting talked about as much as he is, especially the impact he has on both sides of the football. Coach, I mean, for you, and this is another great opportunity to, give him some more exposure. We're going to play his highlights as we're talking about DJ. But what's your message to college coaches right now? Because it's never too late, especially for a player like DJ to get some attention about for sure. What is your message to college coaches? Like, hey, recruit this young man to your football.
Yeah, he's a football player. I mean, he can play anywhere you want him to play. And on top of that, he's a locker room guy. The leader in your locker room. People gravitate towards him. He's been a leader for our team for 4 years. It's a freshman. I remember, and I tell freshmen this all the time. He's an example. Like, you can come in as a freshman and just kind of think it's not your time, your year, but he had asserted himself day one. I feel like I'm a starter on this football team, and he was. I mean, from day one. But handles himself like a first class person. He's a first class player. I mean, you see that the numbers he's put up this year and last year, and I mean even as a sophomore and freshman. I mean, he's a college football player in my mind. I mean, they do their evaluation process, but I mean, to me, he's a college football player, and if somebody, whoever gives him a shot, they're going to be glad they did. I know that.
Absolutely. DJ, what's been the recruiting process for you right now? What's been some of the offers and just what's been kind of like the update as far as the recruiting process been for you?
Well, so far I only have Louisiana Christian University as an offer, but I've talked to multiple schools like during the off season and going into season this year. I talked to a lot of other schools that's been on the radar and coming to practice and scouting at the games and stuff. I've talked to a lot of them, so it's been pretty good.
That's great to hear, DJ. And I'm gonna let you know some really good news. DJ, we know about you. Obviously, you've been to our camps. I mean, you've been to our Gridiron Football Elite camps and performed really well. And I appreciate Coach. Coach Steele's been one of our biggest supporters of a lot of y'all going to our camps in the off season. And James Owens, one of your former teammates, he played in our Gridiron Football Bowl game last year. And I just want to say, congratulations, DJ. You're gonna get that same honor. You're going to be invited to play in the Gridiron Football All American Bowl game. I know I told you that over the weekend. And actually, when we get off the phone, the first thing I'm going to do or offer this interview is send you the information about the bowl game and send you your offer. So, what does that mean to you to have one more high school football game and represent the Pine Raiders at the end of the year?
It feels good. I'm glad I get another chance to have one more football game before I leave off the Pine Raiders because this is where I came from. This is like this home to me. So to play again one more last game and to be a bowl game to get invited to it, pretty happy, proud of myself.
And Coach, what's your reaction to that? Because I know he's been a great representation of your program, not only on the field. Obviously, he's a stud on the field, but you can see what kind of humble young man that he is off the field, and that's what we want our Gridiron Football Americans. So, Coach, what are your thoughts about him getting the news, receiving the news of him playing in the bowl game this year?
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I mean, it couldn't happen to a better person. And then too, I mean, he's a great person. I mean, I've told people about that, but too, I mean, he's earned it. You know, you put out the year like that, you know, the award should come to him. So I'm happy for him, for sure.
Absolutely, coach. And he was definitely, speaking of awards, he's won a Gridiron Football Player of the Week, and that's a distinguished for sure. And he's going to get a Letterman jacket patch from his coach as well. And as we will get a chance to show that on his Letterman jacket, of course, really a big shout out to Coach. You could say this about the community, but really the community going back and supporting him from winning the award. Not only you have to be nominated because you nominated him, Coach, but the fans have to go out and support him as well and vote for him, and they did. So, what can you say about the community? You've been around this community for a while, so we can say about the Pond Raiders and the community supporting him to win this award.
Well, I knew when you had to vote for it. I mean, I knew our fans were gonna show up for him because one, they support our football team, you know, the way they do, and then two, they support him. I mean, he's loved in the community. Um, it's now basketball time for him, and
Mhm.
he's going to lead the basketball team just like he did the football team. And he's a winner. He's a winner there too. So, I mean, I knew our people was going to show up and vote for him. That was no doubt because of the type of person he is and the type of person our fans are.
Absolutely. And DJ, what are your thoughts about the community going back and supporting you and getting that many votes? I mean, you got like over like 11, 12,000 votes for you to win. So, what does that really say for all those people supporting you?
For all the people who support me, I was like really appreciated. But I had a good feeling that I knew these people was gonna come vote for me, and my community was gonna show love for me and vote. Because I mean, everybody show love. If everybody around here know me, I know everybody around here is just good people around here, and everybody's gonna show love the best way they can.
How many votes did he have?
I mean, it had to been like around. I mean, I go back and look, but it was like 12,000.
12,000.
Yeah.
That means that probably we got about 12,000 people in the city of Pine, so everybody voted for him, every single
Now,
one.
I also gotta say that it is unlimited voting, so
Oh,
you
okay,
you
yeah.
you never know how many of those natives down there voted probably 200, 300
Right, I know.
times over and over
Because
again.
we don't have that many people in Pine. I know.
Right. It's just the effort that counts, right? How much time you put
Right,
in, and
right.
they did for sure. Now, coach, let's talk about the season as a whole. I mean, you'll have a great regular season, and anytime you can make it to the quarterfinals and practice during Thanksgiving week, that's a great season. I mean, that's definitely one of the goals for the end of the season. So, what can you say about the seniors, like DJ being one of them, but like this whole class and the type of season that y'all had this year as a whole?
Yeah, we had a good season. I mean, we lost 4 games, and 3 of the 4 losses were the teams that were still playing last week.
Hmm.
Um, and then we lost to A Meat, which is, that they're always competitive. They're always a really good team. So I was excited. I mean, I thought we had a good year. I mean, a couple games could have went either way. We're a little disappointed in, but that happens when you play good teams. For the last 2 years, yeah, playing on Thanksgiving days, you practice in Thanksgiving weeks. It's a big deal, and we've done that the last 2 years.
Hmm.
So that's big for our program. Like I told them, that's now the standard. We expect to be here, and we got to figure out how to get over the hump and get to the semis. But I thought it was a really good year. I thought it was a really good year for our seniors and for those guys. Like I said, to do it back to back years, practicing on Thanksgivings is an accomplishment.
Oh, absolutely. And the teams that y'all lost to, I mean, St. James was the number one seed in this whole playoffs this last week. But what can you say about the football in the area this year, Coach? I mean, it's been unbelievable in your area. I mean, talk about yourselves, Pine, the teams y'all lost to. I mean, Amy. I mean, we expect that from Amy every single week.
Right, right. Sumner had a
Jules
heck of a team.
Sumner, yeah, Jules Sumner and Franklinton with the years they've had.
Yeah, Franklinton's the 1 seed. They're still playing. I mean, I've never heard of a team winning so many close games. What those guys have done
Yeah.
this year is crazy. And then Sumner, Sumner, we knew. I mean, we knew what Sumner was. I mean, to be honest, I feel like sometimes they get overlooked, kind of
Mhm.
sandwiched between Kentwood and Amite there. But those guys have athletes. They was a really good football team. Came up, couple points short the other night, but there's some good football in our area. So for us, to go 9-4, I think is an accomplishment with the schedule that we played.
Yeah, and for you, DJ, about the senior season as well. I mean, were these like the accomplishments going in? I know you had a great individual season, but what were your overall thoughts now? The season's over. Y'all just lost to St. James. You get a chance to reflect on the season a little bit before you really start basketball. What are your overall thoughts on how your senior season went?
I feel like the season went good. We lost some games that we could have won, that we should have won, and I mean, it's football. Like he said, the teams that we lost to, that's a good football team. So it could go either way when you go out there and you at their field playing good football teams. So I mean, season went good to me. We made it to the third round. The plan this year was to get over the hump, but I mean,
Hmm.
we fell short. So next year, those guys can do it. They can get over the hump. We know that
Right.
we can be there now. So now we just got to get over and get there.
Yep, you definitely set the example for the younger guys. So now they get a chance to go, and now it's their turn and see what they can do with the leadership that you're able to present to them. And DJ as well. Talk about basketball season. What should we expect from the Raiders on the court this year?
We should expect a few playoff wins this year, at least two. Well, one for sure.
Okay,
Two, yeah. And then I mean, we're gonna have a good team, good season this year. So we should be pretty good like we are this year in football.
okay, absolutely. What position you play on the court?
I play point guard.
Okay, man, I'm a pretty big point guard too. So I
Yeah.
mean, like, yeah, I must have a team for sure on the court this year. Now, DJ, before we wrap it up, obviously we give you a chance to go and support yourself as well and promote yourself. So I know Coach was able to vouch for you, but hey, give your speech, your about why colleges should recruit you to play at the next level.
I think colleges should recruit and play at the next level. I feel like I can help out pretty a few colleges around here. I could be a big part of the team, and it's just like I'm just like a hidden gem. I just ain't been found yet, and once I'm found, then everybody will understand.
Well, absolutely. We're going to try to help you get some eyes on you at the bowl game for sure at the end of the year and get a chance for you to shine. And congratulations to you, DJ. We'll make sure to send you your Letterman jacket patch as well. Good chance we'll just give it to you when you show up at the bowl game as well. But yeah, congratulations on that feat as well. And Coach, thanks to you as well and your support as well for Gridiron Football and all that we do. And then if there's anything that we can do for y'all, just let us know.
Yeah, appreciate you for having us on and everything y'all do for these high school kids.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate DJ Garrett and Coach Bradley Seal of Pine High School. The Pine Raiders coming off a really great season this year, quarterfinal finish, 9 wins on the season, not too shabby at all. So appreciate everybody that tuned in. And remember, Pine fans, I know they're probably wondering what does DJ get. Well, DJ will get a Lerman jacket patch as well. It says Gridiron Football Player of the Week. And DJ's also one thing I failed to mention. He's also going to be nominated for Gridiron Football Player of the Year as well. So a big honor for DJ Garrett too. Appreciate Coach Seal and DJ. And then guys, we'll see you all next time. Only a few more of these to give out. The season's winding down to a close. It's pretty crazy that it is. It's already at the end of the season. But appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll see you all next week on our Gridiron Football Player of the Week show.